Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is September 13, 2018, and this is our throwback section to where we analyze and show you precisely what occurred in the market today versus what we said yesterday, continuing to give you all evidence and knowledge and proof that we understand what we're doing before the market actually does it. And it just goes to show you that you can be very profitable in any market once you understand language analysis. If you're still interested in learning more about this particular trade that we possess, we do have a service. It is at HueFin News Patreon page right there on the right side of the screen. The link will be in the description of this video if you're interested in signing up, because you could have profited from multiple trades today if you would have saw our video yesterday. So definitely you're missing out on a lot of opportunity. You're keeping money on the table when you should be grabbing it. But you can't, because you cannot predict where the markets are going. That's the service that we're offering all of our members. We're giving them a daily analysis as to what we expect the market to do the following day or even over the next couple of weeks. So again, I'm not here to pull your leg. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just literally here to give you a throwback session as to what I said in my video yesterday versus what occurred in the market today. Now, I'm going to do a throwback section for Bitcoin, EOS, Litecoin, Monero, and Ethereum Classic if we have time. 10-minute mark is the cutoff point. Okay, so if I don't get to the other alts within 10 minutes time, then definitely you have to sign up to get the rest of the information. September 12th, 5:39 p.m. is when I uploaded this video to our members. So we're not pulling your leg. We're not faking this information, because Patreon gives you a timestamp as to when this was uploaded. First one up is going to be Bitcoin. I want you all to listen what was being said yesterday versus what actually occurred in the market today, which is this is the particular bar right here. Okay, so let's have a listen and watch on the left side of the screen. Currently up 0.5%. Last trade was $6,321.70, and you can tell here to where I drew the descending line yesterday. And the market is still honoring that as a resistance area. The market on the daily price chart is currently closed a little bit below it right now. The volume is still showing us indication that the market is at best going to consolidate. And the consolidation range is right there between $6,200 all the way back up to $6,500. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the 3-hour chart for Bitcoin. And again, you can see here that the market is showing indications of some stockpile coming in the market. So obviously you would expect the market to continue to move to the downside, but I want to extend it out a little bit further. And now you can definitely tell here that stockpile is coming in the market. We did receive an enormous amount of volume on this 3-hour bar. Understand that if this current 3-hour bar in fact closes above this previous close in the next 2 hours and 17 minutes, then the continuation to the upside is still in play. And I'm looking for Bitcoin to at least come to $6,400 if that's going to be the case. We're looking at the 1-hour chart, and I'm still seeing indications of stockpile coming in the market. The market is still being very reluctant to move to the downside as of right now. So I am looking for Bitcoin to move higher in price. 6,400 is that first area of resistance. But please understand that as long as Bitcoin stays above $6,300, I'm still looking for consolidation and movement higher. Okay. Do one more quick look real quick, and I want to see how much weakness is really coming to the market. So the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin continues to show us that the strength is coming into the market. I am looking for some movement to the downside initially, but for my analysis tomorrow, I'm still seeing indications that Bitcoin is going to move a little bit higher in price. Just understand that $6,400 is that area of resistance for Bitcoin. Okay. It might even stop around 63.75, and just keep that in mind. What you want to pay attention to in Bitcoin is whether or not it's going to be able to stay above this descending line, because if it does, or even break just a little bit below it, then the market is still reflecting indications of market strength and the weakness. And the strength, and the market will continue to move to the upside. Okay, but that's going to be my analysis for Bitcoins, for them to move higher in price. There you go. I told you already to expect Bitcoin to move up there to at least $6,400. It did that, and the strength was still coming into space, went all the way up to $6,500. And I told you initially that that was the area of resistance. Now, the next one up on the list is going to be EOS. Down 1.66%. Last trade was 77,800 Satoshis. And this is the currency that you all need to pay attention to. The market for the other altcoins within the top 10 continues to move to the downside, while you can see EOS is maintaining consolidation. Pay attention to that. That is definitely resembling the fact that EOS is maintaining its strength a lot better than the other altcoins. Now, I'm not going to state that it's going to continue to hold consolidation, because over the next couple of days, that 75,000, that 76,000 Satoshi area cannot be broken. As of right now, the volume is definitely coming into this particular space, and the spread is about the same as the last from the 11th as well as the 9th of September, but the volume is definitely there. So obviously, the market participants are trying to not let EOS fall below 76,000 Satoshis. Told you all that yesterday in our video, and we're still getting indicators of weakness though. So it is still a wash between the buyers and the sellers in the market for EOS, the market participants. Right now, we did make a lower high, so obviously the market is leaning towards weakness. But as long as 76,000 Satoshi does not break, consolidate's going to be maintained. And moving to the upside, probably back up to 80,000, maybe even 81,000 Satoshis. So let's move it to a smaller time frame, because the 3-hour chart is showing us weakness and stockpile coming into space. So literally, I am looking for EOS to move to the downside in order for us to maintain that consolidation again. Okay, EOS cannot break below 77,000 Satoshis in or around that price. Because if it breaks 77,000 Satoshi, then we're going to test that 76,000 Satoshi again. And then I will be expecting the market to definitely break and move to the downside. So as we plan this out, 77,000 Satoshi cannot be broken. If so, then 76,000 going to be tried again. And then if that breaks, then EOS is going to join the rest of the altcoins in the space to the continuation to the downside. So I'm not necessarily seeing that on the horizon for EOS to break to the downside, but I just want to put that on your mind that it is a possibility, although it's not a huge possibility. Okay, so my analysis in the near term for tomorrow is for EOS to consolidate, but I am paying attention to 76,000, 75,000 Satoshis, because if it breaks it into tomorrow's trading, then definitely continuation to the downside is going to happen. The weekly price chart shows you on a longer time frame that 60,000 Satoshis definitely look like it's going to be in play, possibly even around 68,000. That's definitely probable if EOS breaks 76,000 Satoshis. Just be prepared. So now the next one on the list. So I told you already about EOS. That's going to move higher. Next one up is going to be Litecoin. On the list is going to be Litecoin. Litecoin is down 1.45%. The last trade was 8,140 Satoshis, and we got a very wide down bar going on in the market for Litecoin, and actually try to break our support line that we have drawn. So obviously we do have a lot of action going on in this particular space for Litecoin. The market actually came excuse me, I'm sorry, we are hit our 10-minute spot. If you guys want more information about how this analysis went, then come on over to our HueFin Patreon page. $3 a month, you guys have access to all of this information to where you can profit as well with the rest of us. So in the meantime, maintain profitability. I look forward to you all coming to our page on Patreon.